Hi, Steven here from Leadjetty.com. In this video, I want to take a slightly closer look at embedded forms because we really didn't look at that in the last video. So if you watched the first video on simple forms, this screen will look somewhat familiar, but this is a multi-step flow, which we haven't really talked about yet. And this is an old flow. We haven't used this for a while, but I want to show you how it looks inside and then what it looks like on the website. So if we click in, you'll see that on step 1, we just have a first name and an email, and then there is an action where we add people to a contact list. And if I'm remembering correctly, this is an active campaign integration. Now, if we look at the first step, it's obviously very simple, and there's just this checkbox here saying use this inline, and then it has a button color of black, and then it just says download. So I want to show you where this used to be on our website. So this is an old copy of our website here. And so we used to have this free ebook we were offering. And the only thing in here that's actually coming from Leadjetty are these form fields. So what's happened is the book picture here and all of this text up here, this is actually coming from our website. And the actual colors and styles of the inputs and so on have been customized a little bit on the website side. So really the only thing coming from Leadjetty in this case are the form fields themselves and the button color. And you could argue that that's not even necessary. Like, you could customize the button color how you want. So I want to show you what happens when you kind of flow through a embedded form flow and give you kind of a better sense for how that works. So if we click back over here, you'll kind of get a sense for the step-by-step part. So if somebody fills this out, we trigger that, we go ahead and add them to, I believe, active campaign. Then we redirect into this next step. And on this next step, we trigger a Facebook lead event and say it's worth $10. We give them a little message and we start asking them questions. And so this is a simple text field, and we are just kind of writing in a question that we want here. And then we kind of just keep going through a list of questions, and you'll see how this works. So let me go ahead and just fill this out. Steven, and then we'll do Steven at leadjetty.com, and I'll click download. And I'll promptly be redirected in here and say, what kind of business do you work in? I work in software. Then it's going to ask me how many people are on my team, 2 to 5. And then it's just going to keep going based on how I answer the question. So we don't need to go through all of that, but I wanted to show you how it transitions you from your website where you have a form into a longer question and answer session, basically. So if we circle back to, where was I? I think that was on my local host for running this local copy of this. Looking at this, it's pretty basic, but it's kind of standard. You know, you see this sort of thing all the time. And I've gone around the web a lot and filled out forms and tried to just see what everybody's doing. And in a surprising number of cases, you get a really ugly little thank you message, and that's it. And what this is giving you the opportunity to do is to keep going and get more qualifying information or whatever kind of information you're looking for about this particular person who's filling this out. And it does kick you over into a different interaction, but again, you can customize this and brand it and so on and so forth. So anyway, I think this is a pretty big improvement over the typical form, but I wanted to just show you how the embedded side of this works. And really quickly, before I forget, since we're talking about embedded forms, let me just show you one more time where you can look at this. So if you go back up to the top level flows, and you can actually filter by different properties. I have several properties that I've ran ads for and so on. But if we come in here and we look at any of the examples that we've got, if you click on any of these little embed code things here, you'll see that you get a script tag, which a developer, or if you know how to, you can just drop it anywhere in your website, and it will go ahead and put those relevant form fields there. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at steven@leadjetty.com, STEPHEN, and I'll answer any questions. Also, we always have this little chat box down here if you want to help or get some help. But with that said, yeah, I think that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to go through how to build out more step-by-step flows.